الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن محمدًا رسول الله أشهد أن محمدًا رسول الله حي على الصلاة حي على الصلاة حي على الفلاح حي على الفلاح الله أكبر الله أكبر لا إله إلا الله.
الحمد لله نحمده ونستعينه ونستغفره ونعوذ بالله من شرور أنفسنا ومن سيئات أعمالنا من يهده الله فلا مضل له ومن يضلل فلا هادي له وأشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله صلوات الله وسلامه ورحمته وبركاته عليه وعلى آله وأصحابه والداعين إلى سنته إلى يوم الدين. يا أيها الذين آمنوا اتقوا الله حق تقاته ولا تموتن إلا وأنتم مسلمون. يا أيها الناس اتقوا ربكم الذي خلقكم من نفس واحدة وخلق منها زوجها وبث منهما رجالا كثيرا ونساء واتقوا الله الذي تساءلون به والأرحام إن الله كان عليكم رقيبا. يا أيها الذين آمنوا اتقوا الله وقولوا قولا سديدا يصلح لكم أعمالكم ويغفر لكم ذنوبكم ومن يطع الله ورسوله فقد فاز فوزا عظيما. أما بعد فإن أصدق الحديث القرآن العظيم وخير الهدي هدي محمد صلى الله عليه وعلى آله وصحبه وسلم وشر الأمور محدثاتها وكل محدثة بدعة وكل بدعة ضلالة وكل ضلالة في النار. Indeed, all praises, all thanks belong and are due to Allah and Allah only. We laud Him. We ask His guidance. We seek His assistance, His help, and His aid. We seek refuge in Allah from the evils of our souls, the sharr, the evil that Allah Azza wa Jalla has placed into the nafs and allowed to be in the nafs. As Allah tells us, وَنَفْسٍ وَمَا سَوَاهَا فَأَلْهَمَهَا فُجُورَهَا وَتَقْوَاهَا. Allah clearly explains that He created the nafs, perfected the nafs, mastered the nafs, made it in a perfect state. فَأَلْهَمَهَا فُجُورَهَا وَتَقْوَاهَا. And He allowed this nafs, has given the ability for this nafs to think, to feel, to perceive piety and also wickedness. And do not think that this verse in the Quran, how you may understand it or how it's translated, that it means that Allah gave the fujur first. Because the verse clearly says, فَأَلْهَمَهَا فُجُورَهَا وَتَقْوَاهَا. Someone may say, Allah gave the nafs wickedness first, then taqwa? No. Rather, from the eloquent, magnificent asalib, from the styles of the Quran, is certain words, certain phrases, certain sentences are put before others for purpose of eloquency, for purpose of balagha. And it doesn't mean that it's in specific order. Allah did not give the nafs its fujur first. La. The asl is taqwa. فَأَلْهَمَهَا تَقْوَاهَا وَفُجُورَهَا لكن حفظا على الفواصل. حفظا على الفواصل. Allah Azza wa Jalla says, وَالضُّحَى وَاللَّيْلِ إِذَا سَجَى مَا وَدَّعَكَ رَبُّكَ وَمَا قَلَى يعني وَمَا قَلَاكَ. لكن حذف الضمير حفظا للفواصل. وهذا من البلاغة العظيمة في القرآن الكريم. Allah says, the nafs, وَمَا سَوَاهَا, perfected the nafs, created the nafs. And He also allowed that nafs to think, to feel, to have the option and the choice to do piety, to do wickedness. But Allah inspired the nafs with taqwa. We seek refuge in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala from the evils of our own souls. We realize what this means, brothers and sisters? The nafs, your ruh, that is between your body and their flesh and your blood, is a living thing that wants taqwa, and some nufus unfortunately want fujur. May Allah give us the taqwa of our nufus. We seek refuge in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala from the evils of our souls and from the consequences of our bad actions. Whomever Allah Azza wa Jalla guides, no one can mislead. Those individuals whom Allah Azza wa Jalla misleads, after they saw the truth, after they chose blindness after guidance, as Allah says in the Quran, فَهَدَيْنَاهُمْ فَاسْتَحَبُّوا الْعَمَىٰ عَلَى الْهُدَى. Allah says about the Thamud, about Ad, about these different peoples, these different nations. He says about them specifically, فَهَدَيْنَاهُمْ, we guided them. In other words, we showed them the light. We put them on the path. فَاسْتَحَبُّوا الْعَمَىٰ, but they gave preference to blindness, عَلَى الْهُدَى, instead of guidance. They gave precedence to blindness instead of guidance. It's a very deep concept. وَنُقَلِّبُ أَفْئِدَتَهُمْ وَأَبْصَارَهُمْ كَمَا لَمْ يُؤْمِنُوا بِهِ أَوَّلَ مَرَّةٍ وَنَذْرُهُمْ فِي طُغْيَانِهِمْ يَعْمَهُونَ. Allah says, and we will turn their hearts, send their hearts astray, and their eyes, just because they did not believe in it, they did not submit, they did not accept, they did not embrace it. أَوَّلَ مَرَّةٍ, from the very first time. You turn away, Allah turns your heart away. You choose to be blind, Allah calls you to be blind. You choose to be deaf, Allah causes deafness in your ears. جَعَلُوا أَصَابِعَهُمْ فِي أَذَانِهِمْ. Allah says they put their fingers in their ears. And this is also from the balagha of the Quran. Allah didn't say they put their hands over their ears. Allah didn't say they put their fingertips in their ears. Allah says جَعَلُوا أَصَابِعَهُمْ. They jammed their fingers in their ears because they didn't want to hear anything Nuh alayhi salam said to them. So Allah sent them astray. Allah caused their hearts to be diseased. It's a very serious concept. Guidance comes to you, it is only right that you follow that guidance. Allah shows you something, follow that thing that He shows you. It's only fair, it's only just. The Prophet ﷺ, in this magnificent khutbah al-Hajjah, that he would recite to the companions on the day of Friday, whenever there was marriage, whenever there was something that needed to be done, he would say these words. We seek refuge in Allah from the evils of our souls and the consequences of our bad actions. Those people whom Allah guides, none can mislead them. And those whom Allah misleads, none can guide them aright. I bear witness, I testify, I avow that Allah Azza wa Jalla is the Ilah al-Haq, the only true deity worthy of worship alone for any partner. And I bear witness and I testify that Muhammad ibn Abdullah alayhi is His chosen slave and the last of His prophets and messengers. O you who believe, fear Allah, be mindful, be watchful, be wary of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Keep Allah on your mind all of the time. No matter what you're doing, no matter where you are, no matter who you're with, no matter how you're feeling, remember Allah's rights upon you. and die not except as Muslims. How does a person die as a Muslim, you may ask? What does this mean? We hear this in the khutbah every week. Don't die except as Muslims. How does a person die as a Muslim? You only die by a Muslim. You only can guarantee, you only can assure that you will die as a Muslim by practicing Islam 24 hours, 7 days a week. In other words, you don't know when death will come to you. In other words, prepare for death before it comes. Because in most cases, death comes unexpected. Or often, at least we can say that. How many people die in accidents, crashes, and all types of things. And the last of their worries, the last of their concerns was death. When they drank that alcohol, and they would listen to the music, laughing, joking, mocking, the last thought on their minds is that we're going into a major car accident. The last thing they were thinking about, and it would be death. The last of their thoughts. When death comes, Allah will not delay the time. So prepare yourself before it comes. In other words, practice Islam all of the time. Whenever death comes for you, you'll be in a state of a Muslim. Allah Azza wa Jalla says, O mankind. In this verse, Allah does not address the Muslims. He does not address the believers, but He addresses all of mankind. And what does He address them with? What does He say? What does He command? What does He order? Ittaqu rabbakum. Fear your Lord. Be conscious of your Lord, your Maker, your Cherisher, your Sustainer. The one who brought you into existence, gave you life, gave you air to breathe, eyes to see with, a tongue and a lips to speak with, ears to hear with, emotions and feelings. Fear the one who gave you this. Ittaqu rabbakum, who created you from a single soul. In other words, there's similarities among all of you, because you all come from one father. You all come from one mother. Allah knows everything about you. Rabbukum a'lamu bima fi nufusikum. Allah says, Allah knows that what is in your nufus. Allah knows what's in your heart before you say it and utter those words. So fear Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the one who created you from a single soul, from Adam alayhi salam. And from Adam He created Hawa. And from the two, He brought into existence men and women, numberless, countless. And He put them throughout the earth, throughout the land, in this place, in that country, in this land. Some of them dark, some of them light, some of them large, some of them small. Some of them happy and easygoing. Some of them difficult and angry. Some of them kind, and some of them cruel. He created Adam and Hawa, and similarly, He made His offspring in different types. However, one thing is for everyone, and that is to fear Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Be mindful of Allah Azza wa Jalla, the one whose name you mentioned. When you demand the mutual rights, the basic rights, your wife, your children, your mother, your father, give me my rights, don't oppress me. And you mention Allah's name. And beware of severing the ties of kin. Beware of disrespecting your mothers. Beware of disrespecting your fathers. Beware of disrespecting your wives, the women who bear your children. Beware of cutting off the ties of kinship, no matter what it may be, something trivial, something pertaining to the religion, something pertaining to the deen. Beware of severing the ties of kin, because Allah is a raqib. Allah watches you. Allah sees you, hears you. Everything that you're doing is being recorded. So the smart person, the one who's wise, who's sincere, he knows that there's surveillance. He doesn't do certain things when he's under surveillance, because he knows he's under surveillance all of the time. Allah sees you no matter where you go. He hears you no matter how hard you whisper. As Aisha radiallahu anha said, when the woman came to the Prophet ﷺ and she complained about her husband, and she said that my husband says that I am to him as his mother's back is to him. I am to him as his mother's back. In other words, you're unlawful to me. You're not my wife. There's no intimacy between us. You're like my mother. Just as a man does not sleep with his mother, he doesn't sleep with this woman that he says this to. And this in Islam is called ad-dhihar. which is a type of divorce, or something that pertains to divorce. When a man says, "Anti alayya ka dhahri ummi," you to me are like my mother's back. In other words, he's not going near his wife. Allah Azza wa Jalla sent down revelation, sent down Quran that will be recited until the end of time with regards to this. What did that woman say? She complained and she whispered to the Prophet ﷺ. What's the holiday point, you may ask? Aisha radiallahu anha, she said, "Subhanalladhi wasi'a sam'ahu al-aswaq." She said, how perfect is the one who hears everything, and his knowledge encompasses all voices. She said, I was in the same room and I could barely hear everything she was saying. And what did Allah say? Subhanalladhi. Allah says, قَدْ سَمِعَ اللَّهُ قَوْلَ الَّتِي تُجَادِلُكَ فِي زَوْجِهَا وَتَشْتَكِي إِلَى اللَّهِ وَاللَّهُ يَسْمَعُ تَحَاوُرَكُمَا. And Allah says, indeed Allah hears the complaint of the woman who talks about her husband. Allah hears it from above 7 heavens. But Aisha was in the same room, the same chamber, the same place, and she could barely hear the woman's voice. But Allah heard it. So if this is the case with Allah's names and attributes, does it make sense to disobey Him? To turn away from Him?